Hey everybody, good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you had a lovely weekend and you're all doing okay. How's the weather? Is it as hot as it was, I think, last week? I hope it's cooling down, but if the heat has continued, I hope you're staying hydrated and finding some nice shade outside. You have a nice shady bench nearby. That's my go-to this time of year. Thank you. I'm impressed with everyone already responding to Jack's Jolly. This is a tricky one. I see a bunch of different answers. Well done jumping in, even when you were unsure of the answer. You guys know the deal. We're here to make mistakes. We'll learn from our mistakes. We have our wonderful teacher, Jack Stockin, here with who will keep bailing us out of jail as long as he doesn't run out of those cards, those magic cards he somehow got. We will be starting momentarily. Hey, Sue, glad to have you here. We'll have the recording for the lesson there for Robert and for everyone else in the class in the lesson library. Sheila B, Ann B, Juliet, Ann O, Ingrid, Andrew. Well done all jumping in. No need to go through all these slides, but just a quick reminder. If you have any tech difficulties, what I recommend is you could just close the classroom and re-enter from the email reminder that I sent you, or just go to learnbridgeonline.com and click on members page in the top menu. You never even have to wait for that email reminder. It's just a reminder. You can always just come straight to LearnBridge Online, find everything in the members page, which is there for you in the top menu bar. If you don't see it, it just means you need to log in, and you'll see login there. As always, I'm here to help, so you can always reach me either at hello@learnbridgeonline.com or using the support widget in the bottom left corner of the screen. And yeah, as always, if you run into tech trouble, if you have feedback, if you have suggestions, you just want to say hi, you can always reach me, hello@learnbridgeonline.com. Please don't leave non-bridge things below me in the live chat, as it will distract from the learning and distract from the teaching. We don't want to do that to our fair teacher. All right, I think we did the housekeeping. Let me start the recording so we can get to it. See the wheel turning? Jack's here, Beatles here, Ellie, Dulcie. Well done again, everyone jumping in. I guess I better try to think how I'm going to answer. I know Jack's going to ask me what I would do. Oh, an attacking lead. All right. Well, here we go. The recording is active. Welcome back to the class. Everyone watching via replay, we're sad you can be with us live, but you're very much part of this, and you being an active learner starts now. So you'll see Jack left a Jack's Jolly for you, and we're about to call the man of the hour up to the stage. So if you need more time to think, and you might, because this one's tricky, pause the video, because here he comes. Folks with us live, you guys know what to do. I actually don't even know how you guys all do that. We'll hide the Jack's Jolly for a second. Here he comes. Mike and I remade it. Glad to have you guys with us. Hey there, Jack. Look at that. The hearts, the thumbs up, they're already cheering you, welcoming you to the stage.
Yes, no, so a very good morning here. Perfect weather for a bridge lesson. Well, here in Harrogate, it's been raining and it's kind of quite overcast. Not cold, but yeah, it's perfect for bridge. And yes, I'm delighted to give them a Jack's Jolly, Bashir.
Oh, good. Yeah. This is a tricky one. Let me, I'll minimize our faces so that we can discuss, and then I'll turn it over to you for the lesson itself.
Well, I did give the students a clue, and they might have changed their answer, but yeah, it's interesting. So they've bid to 5 clubs or 5 diamonds. Clearly, they've bypassed 3 no trumps. So generally, when opponents have done that, they'll be weak in the suit they haven't bid, i.e. hearts. So the opponents have ended up in 5 clubs. They bid spades and diamonds en route, but they haven't bid hearts, you know. So this is one of the few times that you can make an attacking lead, i.e. you can lead an ace without a king. So very well done if you led the ace of hearts, especially if you led it first time round.
Yeah, but before the clue, but well done even if you played that ace of hearts after. So Jack, just to make sure I understand, we often defending against 5 club, 5 diamond, we might want to be attacking.
Yes.
And if we see a particular suit that was not bid, and no one bid 3 no trumps, then what's the thinking? They must be short, maybe very short, one of them in, in this case, it would be.
It just means really, you're almost there, but basically what it means is, yes, they won't have stoppers in hearts. They might have avoid. That's why they've avoided 3 no trumps, because no one has a heart stopper. So this is why we can make the attacking lead. So you can lead out an ace without a king of the unbid suit. I'm not talking about a bid suit, but if it's the unbid suit, or you can lead away from a king. So the ace of hearts suit we're saying here, by the way, just to be clear. I would lead away from a king as well of the unbid suit. Things that I wouldn't normally do, against, 4 hearts or 4 spades or whatever. So you can. It's a good one because it goes against the grain, but I think it makes logical sense. Why are they in 5 of minor? Because they don't have heart stoppers, therefore they're weak in hearts. Lay down the ace, and hopefully partner's got the king.
Oh, well, we're already off to a wonderful start. Jack, I will turn it over to you. I will come back at the end of the lesson.
Thanks, Bashir. See you on the other side. And as Bashir says, yes, a great way to start the lesson, getting your brain going with one of Jack's jollies, one of my bridge tips. After ace of hearts, Andrew, whatever. It depends on partner's signal, depends on dummy. But if they give us a signal of a high card, we continue with the 3 of hearts. Good. But it does also give you a free look at dummy, the ace of hearts. You can decide what to do next, As Gerald says, you might decide to lead a spade, hoping partner might be void, whatever. Partner unlikely to be void in spades, Gerald, because if they're void, that means the opponents have got 9 spades between them, by the way. And they'd probably be playing in 4 spades. Just a little aside there for Gerald, who's come on many bridge holidays over the years. Right, let's get going. So finessing fun. There's Bashir doing his morning workout. You lead towards the card. You hope to win. So generally that means is you start with a low card. Only lead, or known as run, an honor, if you can afford a defender to cover. So obviously there are times when we play a low card towards dummy's honors. There are times when we run the 10 or the jack, etc. But most common to play a low one. So this is finessing fun. So this is like a finessing lesson for the more experienced, for intermediates rather than beginners or improvers. Right, so how do we make one extra trick there? Always going to make the ace. How do you make the queen of hearts? Yes, you treat 5 clubs, 5 diamonds, rather like you might treat 6 clubs or 6 diamonds, make the attacking lead. I wouldn't say always lead it, but, there it was clear the outstanding lead. And actually, on the particular hand, I think they took 2 tricks and got a good result. Those who didn't lead the ace of hearts declare made +1. So this is relatively basic. We start off with easier ones. But well done. You must lead the 4 of hearts towards the queen. Good, that's the... Yeah, some improvers, definitely a few beginners and improvers, they play the queen of hearts from dummy. But that never works. Towards the queen there. And whenever West has the king, you'll make 2 tricks. Good start. How about this one? You're in 3 no trumps, or it could be 1 no trump. Again, nearly all these examples, you can be in either hand. It's your choice. And generally, you will have a choice at the table. But how can you make 1 extra there? Yeah, it's good to be back with you all live, as always. I'm in a mystery location on Wednesday morning, driving down south somewhere to the mystery location. So mysterious, I don't even know where it is myself. And just whilst you're doing this, we did it was last Wednesday at 9:30, the Improvers. You can watch it in replay. We did the BBO tournament. And we managed, well, I won't tell you what we got, because that might spoil the fun, but we did reasonably well. But do have a look at that. If you've got a spare hour, half an hour, just look at half of it, the recorded BBO tournament from the Improver class. And yes, I think most of you are getting this one right as well. Small to the jack. Good. That's your 50-50 there. Again, the mistake would be to run the jack first. Never works because East would always cover with the queen of clubs. Well, they certainly should do anyway. Cover an honor with an honor. Right. How does Declarer try and make all the tricks in this hand? So clearly we need to start in dummy. Do we start with the 2 or do we start with the jack? Ooh, quite a few playing towards the jack here. That's interesting. Is that the right thing to do? We'll soon find out. You can be in Declarer or dummy's hand, of course. How do you tackle the suit? Do you get it with the caption? I'm sure you do. Now, just a quick get out of jail free card, because you know Bridge Prison is overcrowded. That's why I like to use the get out of jail free card. You shouldn't really have to lose a trick at all here. You shouldn't have to lose a trick. And I'm afraid if you play the 3 of diamonds towards the jack, you'll always lose to the king in either hand. So you may want to have a quick rethink, those who are doing that. But let's have a look, shall we, at the answer. We're ready. Oh, hello to those watching in replay. Haven't said good morning to you. Could be good afternoon or even good evening. Yeah, the 2 towards the queen. The jack of diamonds actually is wrong here, because if East has a singleton king, that costs you a trick. Yeah? So 2, second player play low to the queen, cash the ace, and hope the diamonds divide like this. But the mistake would be to play the jack, because if it's a singleton king, you then lose to West's 10 later on, because it's been promoted. Good, but well done again if you played the 2 to the queen first time round. But definitely not the 3 to the jack. That's the worst thing you could do, because you'd always lose to the king then, whether it's in the East hand or the West hand. Okay, again, how do we tackle this suit? When I say how do we tackle it, how do we try and make as many tricks as possible? Again, you can be in either hand. Playing in no trumps, maybe. So how do we make as many tricks as possible? I.e., let's try and make all of them. 8 ever, 9 never only applies when you're missing the queen, Sue, not the king or the jack. Okay, various answers. 2 of diamonds to the 10 seems to be a popular one, running the queen. Remember, it's the higher card from the shorter holding, isn't it? And it's great to have a Declarer play lesson as well. We don't have that many of them, but we do have them, as you know. So important to be able to play the cards well. When they do say it takes 2 or 3 years to learn the bidding, after that, a lifetime to be a good Declarer. A competent Declarer is really hard. It's just experience. It takes years. Oh, hello. Ooh. Don't have the answer to that one. That's weird. But yes, but I can tell you, running the queen of diamonds, yeah, is the thing. And then if East has got king X or king to 3, we'll make all the tricks. Very good. So running the queen there. Higher card from short holding. What about this one? Again, how can you hope to make all the spade tricks? You can be in either hand. Yeah, so just a reminder, last Wednesday, what Wednesday, what date was it? Yes, Wednesday, the 3rd of June was the BBO tournament, but it's ready there for you in the replay library. And again, this is similar to the last one. We run the queen, yeah. I prefer to run the queen. 2 reasons, really. Some of you running the 9, it's more tempting. It's if you play the queen rather than the 9, they're all the same cards, I know. But there's 2 reasons why. A, because it's easier for me to remember that the higher card has gone, i.e. the queen, not the 9. And B, it's more tempting for East to cover with the king if you play the queen and not the 9. Yeah, they're an automatic pilot. And obviously you would love East to cover with the king if they can. Of course, East has the king. They shouldn't cover at any point. Seeing there's sequential honours in dummy, the jack, the 10, and the 9. East should not cover at all. But their king is going to get taken at some point. Good, running the queen. Retaining the finesse position. This will help you to cope with unlucky suit breaks. There you go. You can go on the Stena line for £125 there. If you were in 1975. Okay, so how do we play this one? Which honour do we play first, do you think? Or which card do we play first? Yes, after the queen and Mac, I then play the jack. Yeah, yeah. Easy for me to remember it's gone. It's the higher card rather than 9. So here, obviously everything's fine if they're 2 and 1. But if hearts are 3 and 0, you can pick them up. Only if you start with the king. I sometimes call it the lone honour here. Sometimes I do. But key, retaining the finesse position, which is the ace and the jack, look. If East has queen 10-9, you're toast. You're always going to lose a trick. But if West has queen 10-9, you can pick them up. Good? And this one, again, which honour card do we play first? What is the finesse position here, do you think? To try and make all the tricks. And clearly, if, clubs are 2-1, 2-2, there's no problem. Well done again. Similar to the last one, ace of clubs. Actually, if clubs do break 4-0, you can pick up all of West clubs now, can't you? By running playing a club to the 9. Good. Well done. Let's move on. Ooh, play hand 2. We haven't played hand 1 yet. Let's play hand 1 on BBA. Hang on a second. Let's go for this one. There we go. It's a 1-no trump opening. And as North, what would you do as North? What have you got? 14 points. Philippa missed last week's lesson. We're doing 3 hands on BBO, and then we'll do 1 hand with the new format, Philippa, just so you know. Easing it in. So 2 clubs, Stamen, yeah. 2 hearts. And North raises to game with 14 points. And the opening lead, what lead would you make with the West hand? Someone was asking me midweek, actually, by the way, what a double of Stamen or transfer bid makes. Just to remind you, a double of 2 club Stamen shows a good 5-card club suit, okay? Mainly for the lead. But also might be to compete in 3 clubs. Yeah. Double of 2 diamonds transfer shows a good diamond suit. Mainly for the lead, that can also be to compete with 3 diamonds. So just remind you of that. The double of a conventional bid there asks for the lead. 10 of diamonds, yeah. Top of the sequence. Right. Well, of course, on BBO, we can see all 4 hands. We're going to have a look at the end at hiding the East-West cards. Make life more challenging for you, more realistic. But we'll do that later on. Which card do we start with here, then? Clearly, we must draw trumps. What do we start with? Well, it's right to draw trumps. No rush to take the spade ruff, by the way. No, it might get over ruffed in dummy. So actually, it's good technique to draw a round or 2 of trumps. The spade ruff can wait. The danger of doing it now is that someone might over ruff the dummy. So 3 of hearts. But what's so important here is to play to the king first. All right? Hoping to grab a singleton queen sometimes. Now the 2 of hearts. They might well split their honours now. Good play, putting in the 9 or the 10. Now what do we do? We've got the dreaded 4-1 trump break. But we've still got a finesse position, haven't we? What do we do next? What's our strategy? Yes, so this Wednesday, by the way, before I forget, is the mystery location with the improvers. 9:30 on Wednesday. We're doing penalty double. If you need some refreshment on penalty double. Now we must take the spade ruff, because if we don't, we're not going to get it. Well done. Good. Spade to the ace. Wouldn't have mattered here had you taken the spade finesse, but if spade's been, you know, 6 and 2 or something, you would have the dummy would have been over ruffed. So it was good technique to draw 2 rounds of trumps first. The spade ruff isn't going to run away. There we go. Well done. Now what do we do? So that's our extra trick. Now we can continue with the drawing of the trumps. And which one from our hand? Yes, put in the 8, number 8. Well done. I know you can see the cards, so it's a lot easier for you to know to put in the 8 here. We can't hide cards on BBO, unfortunately. And then 8 of clubs, encouragement there. We can draw the last trump. And simply play out the diamonds. Like that. And give up the last few tricks for the oppo, which we'll do. They make the last 3. Very good. So a good 420 there. Definitely someone would be down there. Some might have made the mistake of playing the 2 of hearts to the jack early on. Yeah. Well, they were right to finesse, but they should have taken out the precaution of cashing the king of hearts first, in case there's a singleton queen. Which there was here, of course. Right, let's go back to the classroom. Okay. Which honor card here do we play first? Or should we say honor cards? Which one do you play, and then which one do you play next? 4 to the king 10, opposite 4 to the ace queen. Bear with me a second. I'm back again. So what is the finesse position here? The finesse position here is the king and the 10 of diamonds. So you start with the ace. Some of you are getting this one wrong, actually. Yes, no, not the king. The finesse position here is the ace and the queen. Sorry, the finesse position here is the king and the 10. That's what we have to retain. So start with the ace followed by the queen, look. Then you can pick up the trumps. So if West has 4 to the jack, you can pick them all up. If East has 4 to the jack 9, you can't pick them up. So you do need to start with the ace queen here. Good, retaining the finesse position of the king 10. Ooh, let's play hand 3 then. Straight in there. Where are we? Here we go. No bid from south. No bid from west. North opens a diamond. What do you bid on the south hand now? What have you got, 11 points? Yes, well done. Bidding 1 spade. Might you bid anything on the west hand now? With 5 clubs for the ace king and 10 points? I don't know. What do you think? Up to you. Yes, it's a good tip, that one, that leading at ace against 5 clubs. I quite like that. There'll be more tips in 2 weeks' time. Well, could bid 2 clubs. It's a bit of a grossy suit. Is there a better bid than 2 clubs, do you think? There, maybe. Pauline doesn't think so. Well, if I give you a clue, it's red and got an X on it. Yeah, I definitely would put in a double there, even vulnerable. But the beauty of double, of course, is it brings in the hearts and the clubs. And that would show at least 4-4 in hearts and clubs. By the way, take out double for hearts and clubs. And, you know, partner knows we haven't got 12 points because we passed, so they won't be expecting too much. But double brings the hearts into play, you see. What number of spades does North bid now after partner's 1 spade response? It'd be a good time to do the losing trick count. So how many losing tricks do we assume for the 1 spade response by South? That's the key. People do get this one wrong. That's why I'm asking it. Of course, North has a 6 loser hand. Yes, 9 is the right answer. South might only have 6 points. So assume a 9 loser hand. So 9 and 6 is 15. Away from 18 leaves us with a bit of 3 spades, yeah. Now, that's interesting. Might North do anything, do you think? East, Stephen. Sorry, yes, East. Thank you, Anne. Yes, might East do anything? The hand with the King of Hearts and the Queen of Clubs. Well, they are vulnerable, but partner's made a double, so must have at least 4-4 Hearts and Clubs, quite often 5-4. And it's a double fit hand. Hands that have double fits, i.e. fits in Hearts and Clubs, both, play really well. We call them double fits. So I think we would bid 4 Hearts here, yes. Coming close to making 4 Hearts. In fact, it will make sometimes. Yeah. And South, well, clearly bids 4 spades, and that's the end of the party. But interesting takeout double there, wasn't it, from West? Under strength, but great shape, 5-4-4-0. I wouldn't do a double first time round, but second time round, you see, partner knows you're, below strength. Doesn't get too carried away. Right, well, thank you, partner, for the dummy. And let's get playing. Just deciding whether to draw trumps. Interesting. What club does third player East play now? Not when it's a double of 2 suits, Anne Mac. No. You just need to have at least 4-4 or 5-4 in the other 2. It doesn't matter if you have length in spades here. But normally, to make a double of 1 suit, Anne, you need to have shortage in their suit. But to double 2 suits, just need to be short in 1. You do need to have length in the other 2 suits. Okay, so 9 is right. But what is this 9 of clubs here, do you think, for an experienced partnership? What does that 9 of clubs show? So I'm talking to the more experienced members of this class now, which clearly is most of you. Well, when there's a singleton in dummy like this is very interesting, that's why we're pausing on it for a second. The 9 of clubs, as Gerald and others have said, Charles, I think, is a suit preference signal. So what does the 9 of clubs suit preference signal say? Clearly, it's not very useful telling partner we got the Queen of clubs. So we use it when there's a singleton in dummy, in situations such as this, third player can play a suit preference signal. So what does that 9 of clubs tell partner to do? It's a high club, isn't it? Yes, it says switch. Clearly, partner's going to switch. Switch to the higher ranking suit of hearts and diamonds, which is hearts. Yeah, not a trump. No, trumps don't come into it. It's the 2 remaining suits. So if we'd have wanted a diamond, maybe because we had a void in diamonds or something, we'd have played the 2 of clubs, the lower of the 2 other suits, not trumps. No, we don't do suit preference for trumps, but that's quite useful. Something to discuss with your partner, maybe. That's definitely for the more advanced. And if this was a slideshow, that'd be an addendum for the more experienced. So if you don't get it, that suit preference, let it wash over your head like the warm breeze that's currently in this room. Good. So I think that was worthy of discussion. So partner dutifully switched to the 4 of hearts. We can win with the ace. Encouraging 9. The only other time we really use suit preference is when we're trying to give partner a ruff as well. You pay the higher card or the lower card back when you know partner's got a singleton. Don't get confused. Suit preference doesn't come up very often. That's why I only teach it occasionally. Right, so we need to draw trumps. Which one do we play from the dummy? What is the finesse position here? Well, the finesse position is the king and the 10, yeah. So if trumps are 2-3, sorry, 3-2, everything's fine and dandy. But if they're 4-1, we need to be careful. Now we follow with the queen. And our diligence has paid off, because now we can finesse to the king and the 10, can't we? To pick up the trumps. Where are we? Heart can go. King of spades draws the last trump. Club can go. And now, how do we tackle the diamonds? Which diamond should we play first? Trumps have all gone. Do we start with the 3 of diamonds from dummy or the ace? This would be another good time that I'd like to hide the east-west cards. So quite a few times during the play of the hand, I would like to hide east-west cards. Just saying. Which is why we're going to look on the 4th hand at the hand viewer from LBA. Yeah, we must start with the ace here. Don't need to unblock, I don't think. 3 of diamonds to the knave. Well, because we're retaining the finesse position, you see. We're guarding it against a 3-0 trump break with east. 3-0 diamond break, sorry. Which one from the dummy? Better, yeah. Yes. Keep your eye on the ball. We must overtake with the 9, of course. And we got the 7 and the 6 as winners. We'll just cash those quickly. Giving up the last trick. So that is 11 tricks there. Yes, a rare over trick on BBA. But yes, 2 retaining finesse positions there. We have 2 in 1 go. 2 in 1. Starting with the ace, queen of spades, and then starting with the ace of diamonds, retaining the finesse position of the king jack. Thing is, you see, if queen 10-2 been with west, sitting over the king jack, we'd have always lost 1 trick. Can't get around it. But if the east queen 10-2 was with east, we can pick them up with the king and the jack. It was nice, Melanie C. Yes. Let's go back to the classroom. If you're missing 2 or more honours, you finesse against the lower missing honour first to take advantage of good layouts. How can we hope to make all the tricks in this one? And I haven't told you what we're doing next week, by the way. Next week I am back from the mystery location. I'm only away for 3 days. And we are doing the dreaded 4-4-4-1 at 9:30 on Monday. This Wednesday, of course, to reiterate, penalty double, if you need sharpening up your penalty double skills. And I think as intermediates, you're pretty good on this one now. Intermediate / improvers, mixture. But yes, 4 to the 10. And then if it wins or loses, come back and play to the queen. The mistake here, which quite a few improvers do, beginners, certainly, they play to the queen. It's all very well, it wins, but then they always lose to the king or the jack. The deep finesse. And this one, let's try and make 3 tricks here, shall we? What's the play here? Yes, and again, the deep finesse. Yeah. To the 9. Well done. Loses to the king. But then latterly, you can play a spade to the jack, cash the ace of spades, and make 3 tricks in the suit. Good. Yeah. So crucially here, of course, you're finessing the king of spades, the queen, but crucially, also the 10. Let's play hand 4 on BBO. Where are we? Yeah, let's have a look at that. Well, it's hand 3, actually. Ooh, nice hand. 7, 8, 10, 18, 22, 23 points. Is it? 22, 2 no trump. Don't need to announce that anymore, I don't think, when you're playing face-to-face. You used to, but they've changed it. You don't need to say 20 to 22. And North, 12 points. What do they do? Apart from panic. Good, this is perfect for 4 no trumps. 19, sorry, not 19, 11 or 12 here. Balanced hand, yeah. And over to South. 22. And they accept the invitation, yeah, to 6 with 22. And what's the opening lead? 33 for 6 NT, Charles, yes. Just remind you of the rhyme, 33 for 6 NT. And the opening lead? Is the 10 of diamonds, yeah. I like to make a very good safe lead. Not just I do. Any teacher or expert makes a safe lead against 6 no trumps. We don't like to lead from honor cards. There's no way I'm leading the 3 of spades here. Ever. Against 6 no trumps. Yeah. Lead from a safe suit. 3 low cards, 4 low cards, that type of thing. 4 rubbish ones. You know, don't lead from an honor. Right, we're counting certain tricks. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Only 1 trick short. Well, let's win the opening lead in hand. And what card do we play at trick 2, do you think? Where are we going to get this 12th trick from? It's not coming from clubs, no. We've already counted 4 certain club winners. 1 or 2 of you thinking clubs, no. No, we got 4 certain club tricks. We got 3 certain diamonds, 7. Ace, king of hearts. Sorry, 4 diamond tricks, 4 clubs is 8. Ace, king of hearts, 10. Ace of spades, 11. We're 1 short. So it's coming from spades or hearts, yes. Well, some of you suggesting playing a heart, so should we do that? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. So we go to dummy with the king of clubs. And we take the heart finesse. 50-50. Oh dear. We are now 1 down. There's no chance of making a 12th trick. 50-50 though. Bad luck. But can you improve on your luck? Have another go. Let's go back in time. So this hand is all about the timing. So very well done if you played a spade. Yeah. Probably rise with the king, wouldn't they, and 6 no trumps. But even if they didn't, you go up with the queen. That's your 50-50. Okay? So against 6 no trumps, they probably would play their king. They know partner can't have the ace. And revert to diamonds. But now, we've got 12 tricks, haven't we? We don't need to take the heart finesse. Our 12th trick is there, look, the queen of spades. Are we all happy with that? Just play it. So this hand is all about the timing. So much better to take the spade finesse first. So let's just go back in time a bit. Imagine it was East who had the king of spades on this scenario, all right, which is 50-50. But the thing is, we're not down yet, you see. So even if East had the king of spades now and won the trick, then we could revert to the heart finesse as our backup plan. Okay, 50-50. But by playing on spades first, you gave yourself an extra chance. Reasonably subtle. You don't get it again, warm breeze. But yes, you could afford to lose the lead in spades, you see. So if East did have the king of spades, okay, you've lost a trick. You now revert to the heart finesse. And if the heart finesse was right, you'd make 12 tricks. The trap on this hand, of course, was to take the heart finesse first. Now all your eggs are in one basket. You've had it. You can no longer afford to lose the lead. Okay, we'll claim that one. $12 tricks. 990. It's vulnerable, so it's more like 1440. Let's go back to the classroom. Getting on quite nicely today. Where are we? Okay, so a couple of addendums for the more experienced here. We've got 10 hearts between us. How do we best play that to make all 5 tricks? You can be in either hand. Clearly you want to be in the dummy. Which card do we play from the dummy to try and make all 5? Oh, thank you, Lizzie H. We'll see you. Have a good week. See you next week. Lizzie's got to go. Amazon delivery, is it? Or is it Pilates? Or paddle? Paddle's growing in popularity. I can heartily recommend the game of paddle to anyone who hasn't played it yet. Oh, Scrabble. Oh, Scrabble. I used to play Scrabble, yeah, back in the day with my granny. And my auntie. I love Scrabble. Still play it occasionally with the kids. Right, so I think what we've got to be thinking about here is the 3-0 splits, not the 2-1s. If East, second player, has King 10x, can we pick up King 10x with East? And the answer is yes, but only by playing the Jack of Hearts first. Well done. It's one of those rare times, actually, where we play the honor card first. So definitely an addendum for the more experienced. Good. So Jack of Hearts. East would probably cover with the king there. And the ace, but then they can go back to dummy and play the 2 of hearts to the 9, finessing the 10. Thing is, if you play the 2 of hearts to the queen and then cash the ace of hearts, you'll always lose a heart trick. So well done. Quite a lot of you playing the Jack of Hearts there. Yeah, it was definitely for the more experienced. There's one more addendum here. Ooh, look. Caution. Advanced players only. Now, this is for super experience, yes. So how can we go and make 3 tricks there? clearly we will if hearts are 3-3. But how does Declare try and make 3 heart tricks when hearts are 4-2? Any ideas? There is a way. I'll give you a clue in a second. This is a really tricky one. How can we try and make 3 tricks when hearts are 4-2? Clearly, if they're 3-3, we're always going to make 3 tricks, just lose 1. But what about if they're 4-2? Normally, you'd look at that and I'd be thinking, wow, I've got to lose 2 tricks there if they're 4-2. What's the finesse, though, everyone, here? What finessing can we do? It is really hard, though. I'll give you a clue, because you've had enough time to think about it. Those watching in replay, any ideas? Well, the clue is that can we do anything if West has an honor doubleton, Jack X or 10X? Can we take advantage of that if West has Jack X or 10X, or even Queen X, actually? Well, it's a really hard one. I think you've had enough time, haven't you? It's the kind of thing you could probably look at all day and not know the solution, unless you've done it before. But yes, the key here, few of you actually doing it, which is great. I will just give you another moment or two. You play the, we're ready, the 3 of hearts to the 9. Loses, as you would expect, to the 10. But then you play the ace of hearts, felling West Jack, and you can play the 2 of hearts to the 8, finessing East's 10-7. It's called the intra finesse. More details online if you're really interested. Yeah, you have to hope that West had honor doubleton, and then the ace can squash that. It's a really hard one, that then, but quite fun, I think. There might be a few wafting breezes there. Right, we've just got time to do our last hand. We don't need to remember 3 things really today. Let's go to it. Hang on. So we need to share, because we're going to have a look at, we're going to hide the cards on the last one. Which one is it? Ooh, I think it's this one. Yes, it is. So here we go. So to get things started, we just press the arrow cards. We open 1 diamond. Are you all with me? Yeah, there we are. So we open a diamond. I'm just clicking this little arrow here. Let's have a look at North. North bids 1 heart. East passes. South bids 2 clubs, as you would. Oh, interesting. Yes, let's ask you this question. What does North bid now with their 13 points? It's got a diamond from South, followed by 2 clubs. What's North's best bid now? We're on to the Learn Bridge Online viewer, the hand viewer, of course. What would you bid if you're watching in replay? Those watching, what do you think your best bid is? 13 points. You need to agree this convention, of course, but it's perfect for 4-2 forcing, 2 spades. Well done. And South replies what with their 13 count? What's their best response to 4-2 forcing? Great convention. Must agree with your partner. Of course, we do teach it on this channel. Well, really, yeah, they don't have any extra shape, so very important to show their stopper. Just 2 no trump will do. 12 to 15 points with a stopper in spades. Ace X, and that's enough for North to bid game, of course. Yeah. Great. And the opening lead was the 6 of spades. Not surprisingly, fourth highest. Good. So we're hiding the East-West cards here on this format. Bit more of a challenge for you. Which spade would you play from the dummy, though, first? We're counting certain tricks. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not very many. Clearly, extras are coming from diamonds or hearts. So yes, which spade are we playing from the dummy? Jack or 7? Place your bets. The wheel is running. Yes, the Jack of spades is best here. Covered by the king. And we duck it. A huge amount of point ducking, but it's better than nothing. They continue spades. And what card do we play from dummy at trick 3 now, having won the ace of spades? What do we do? Play a diamond or a heart? Clearly not a club. Diamonds and hearts are going to be our... Yes, the right answer is a heart here. By the way, I think what's important, we can't afford to lose the lead. So we can't play a diamond now. Okay? If we play a diamond, we'll lose to the king and I'll take lots of spades. So we play a heart. And which one from the dummy? So really you've got to decide here whether you're going to try and establish hearts or diamonds for your winners. Well, we play the ace or the king here. Good. Okay. Now, we're on with diamonds, aren't we? But which diamond would we start with, do you think? The queen or the 2? And basically, we went to dummy to play the hearts. Place your bets. Are you queen or are you 2? So it's a question of whether you know about this suit combination, to be honest with you. Queen to 3, opposite ace, jack to 5. What's our best chance of making all 5 tricks? We're going to need a bit of luck. I will tell you that. But yes, actually, the right answer here, as it is mostly when finessing, is to play the 2. Second player play low, and we put in the knave. And is that going to win? Yes, it is. So what do we do next? Who's that Jack's mum with us? Hello, Jack's mum. We haven't said hello to Jack's mum. I didn't realise she was with us, but Jack's mum's with us. So now we play the ace. Our only hope here was that there was King Doubleton with ace, second player. And our luck was in. So 3 of diamonds to the queen. Now what do we do from dummy? So I can play the cards from here by clicking on them, actually. Which card from the dummy? The Queen of Diamonds was a winner. Yeah, we can take the club later. Cash our winning diamonds. Throwing hearts. Oh, throw a club, actually, hang on. Yeah, and then simply 6 of hearts to the king. Yeah, not too bothered with the others. Should we look at the other cards? Yes, we now give out the last few. Queen of clubs to the king. And they take their 2 winning spades. There we go. That's the full layout, everyone, so you can see. But it was a tricky suit combination there. Remember that one for the future. Queen to 3, opposite 5 to the ace-jack. Your only hope is king doubleton with east, which is rare, but it's your only chance of making all 5 trips. So well done, you played the 2 of diamonds to the jack, then cash the ace. And yes, it was good to hide the cards there. It did make it more challenging for you. So that is the end of that. It's 10:33. We've done that addendum on the intra finesse. It's the end of the show.
Thank you so much, Jack. Thank you, everybody, for joining in, whether you're with us live or watching by replay. Some tricky stuff in there. And you already mentioned it, but we have a tricky lesson to look forward to next Monday as well.
The dreaded 4-4-4-1, of course. All bridge players find that one tricky, so we're going to look at my strategy on that. And some challenging hands to play as well. Oh,
good, good. And I think you mentioned Wednesday you'll be in a mystery location, but what was the topic?
Yes, the topic on Wednesday, I'm in the mystery location, is the penalty double.
The penalty double. Well, we would love to see any and all of you there if you're able to make it. And if not, we'll see you next Monday. Same time, same place.
Yeah. And I just did mention to the mythical cards, we did that BBO tournament on last week. So that's definitely worth a look on the replay.
Wonderful. Yeah.
From the Improver library. And yes, where we play the 8 boards live. We do it once every 2 months with the Improvers, once every 2 months with the Intermediates. So looking at that. And yes, just lots of thank yous scrolling down the side of the screen. So it's always appreciated.
Be sure, guys, to check out the lesson worksheet, which is there for you in the lesson library. It'll be posted with the recording for this lesson as soon as the recording processes. You can find the 2 featured hands as well. And if you weren't able to make it to the BBO tournament for last Wednesday's class, you can find that there as well.
Yes, exactly. So a lot to look forward to over the summer months. Obviously, lessons continue right through the summer. There'll be a few more mystery locations in July, I think. But I'm generally around for the next few weeks. And yes, again, Bashir, lots of nice thank yous. Nice to have Jack's mum with us as well.
It's always a treat to have you here with us, Jack's mum. Thanks for being with us.
Great, Bashir. So yes, onwards and upwards. As I say, penalty double Wednesday if they fancy a bonus lesson with the Improvers. Otherwise, have a great week, everyone.
Very good. Thank you, Jack. Another fantastic lesson.
Cheers.
Bye, all.